As someone who's not the biggest guy, but has gone through a very significant physique transformation, I can tell you this with certainty. People treat me differently now than they did before I started lifting. And I'm talking about both strangers and people who know me personally. It's interesting, but it's not surprising. The reason this happens is simple. People associate characteristics with others based on their appearance, whether they know them or not. We're visual creatures. We make judgments about people immediately upon seeing them, whether we like to admit it or not. This has been scientifically proven. But even without studies, if we're honest with ourselves, we all know it's true. We try to pretend it's not because it's viewed upon as a bad trait, but it's just biological. We all do it, and it's natural. When you see someone who's clearly in great shape, above average muscle mass, noticeably leaner than the average person, don't need to be a professional bodybuilder, but people notice. And when they notice, they associate that person with certain traits. Things like discipline, consistency, ambition, and many more like these. And rightly so, because that's usually what it takes to build an impressive physique. And those traits are desirable. And when you instinctively associate someone with them, you naturally treat them with more respect. There's also a shift in how people perceive your physical capability. If you see a massive bodybuilder walking down the street, you're probably not going to mess with him. Not because he knows how to fight, he probably doesn't, to be honest, but because his presence is intimidating. He looks hard to shove around. He appears more capable of being dangerous if he chose to. And that alone will change your behavior. And the opposite is true as well. When people see someone who's very out of shape, whether extremely skinny or significantly overweight, they often associate that person with negative traits, usually things like a lack of discipline, a lack of consistency, and a lack of effort. Subconsciously, we view them as lazy, even though it's not that black and white in reality, because there are many other things that affect your appearance, your physical condition. But unfortunately, that's just how we judge. I've been skinny and now I've been jacked. So you start to notice patterns. And the biggest ones are just how people behave around you. People smile more. They're less evasive. They're more polite. Small things like holding the door open start happening more often. These aren't dramatic moments, but they're consistent and they add up. Now, I want to be very clear. This shouldn't be the reason why you're starting your fitness journey. That should always be about improving yourself as a whole. But this is a side effect that most people don't realize exists until they experience it firsthand. And once you do, it's hard to unsee it. When you change your body, you change how the world perceives you. Not because people are evil or shallow, but because humans are visual and instinctual. And when your appearance signals discipline, effort, capability, and other highly desirable traits, people will respond accordingly. That's just reality.